Andre the Giant, I just think of with the wrestling. I always, remember the wrestling. We were big on WWF when I was growing up, and then we would go see like some of the local wrestlers, and that would be a really good time.
I was only into like that wrestling cartoon.
Oh,
The
okay.
Saturday morning one. That was the only wrestling I really knew.
Hmm.
And I knew Captain Lou because he was
Okay.
in the Cyndi Lauper Girls Just Want to Have Fun video.
Yes, yes.
But otherwise, even though I am from the Deep South, I really did not know much about wrestling, wrestlers, or anything to do with it.
Wow. I was all in. I mean, I remember all the guys from the very beginning in terms of everybody now, and then it turned into WWE. Then it was what, WWE Raw, and was it WCW?
You're
and,
asking the wrong kiddo
yeah,
right here.
I'm kind of a mess. I know like the very old, kind of wrestling. That's just kind of in line with me and my oldness. If
Reminder,
it's old, I know
we're
it.
old.
Yeah, we're like really old, and like sometimes when we do the podcast, like part of our face will just crumble off. And I'll be like, "Oh, George,
No,
a part of
that's
your
not true.
face fell." Like I lost my entire nose during the last
That
podcast.
reminds me of Beetlejuice
Mm-hmm.
or Death Becomes Her.
Oh yeah, where you
Or,
tape it
yeah.
or glue it back on. You glue it back on. Yeah,
But no, we're not. We aren't really there yet. Some days it feels like it.
sure does.
But, today doesn't need to be one of those days.
No, but okay. So with the wrestling, I need to tell you the story because this is crazy.
Yes.
So there were these wrestlers that I knew, and I'll kind of run through them quickly. So there was Randy the Macho Man Savage.
I know who that is.
Okay. My father would do a phenomenal Randy the Macho Man Savage impression.
I have to imagine it was absolutely stellar because
Yes.
I do actually know what he sounds like. Usually got that voice like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure
Oh,
your dad
yeah.
was all over that and around it.
He loved it. He loved it. Like, and then I don't remember when Randy the Macho Man Savage did the Snap into a Slim Jim ad.
That was in the 90s sometime.
Okay.
Yeah. Early, probably 90s.
Well, and then there was also, of course, Hulk Hogan, rip your shirt off, Hulkamania,
Yes, yeah.
all right, I'll tell you, brother, that whole business. My
I
dad
did know
enjoyed that.
Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was in other stuff. Hulk Hogan was pretty mainstream.
Yeah, he did. Well, and he had movies too. Like he had Suburban Commando with Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, my grandparents did, like I've told you guys about my grandparents and their console television with their like 3 channels off of the big giant antenna.
Yeah.
So when I was there, I did end up watching wrestling sometimes, but mostly what I remember is just the interviews, which were pretty amazing.
Yes.
Honestly, that was kind of the best part.
Well, there's the one where it's like, I believe it's Hulk and Macho Man.
I've seen this on YouTube and it's viewable.
Yeah, Mean Gene is there.
It's amazing.
Like, I don't know what's going on with them, but I believe that the YouTube clip is like Hulk Hogan and Randy the Macho Man on cocaine. And like they're just totally out of their minds.
Oh,
like
my God.
Macho Man starts kind of like doing a twirl at one point, and they're like, "Yeah,
Oh,
the madness and the mania." like Mean Gene is there. Look up the clip yourself.
Yes,
It's
please.
amazing. It's amazing.
It's so ridiculous and it's peak 80s.
Yeah, and I have no idea.
ridiculousness.
No, I have no idea what they were up to.
They
But
were probably just messing around,
Oh, dude,
honestly.
they
'Cause,
could-
like, that's what they did.
they could go as far out as they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing about the 80s. Like there was no over the top.
No.
There was no like, that's too much. You
Yeah,
should pull
nobody's
it back.
really reining it in.
No, they're like, keep going, man. Keep going. Build it up. So, all right, this is really my point. The King. Okay, there was this wrestler called The King. Okay, and I saw him at the Worcester Centrum with my dad. The King was up against the ropes. He was this kind of big guy. And when he was up against the ropes, he shot this enormous gob of spit out into the audience.
Ew.
Yeah, and then there were these ladies in front of us
my
that
God.
like got hit by it.
No.
Oh man. Oh man. Like my dad and I, we were like, I think 7th or 8th row. And, these women were closer and they just got whammed with it, man. Yeah, it was super bogus.
Well, that's gross. I
It
mean,
was
they
nasty.
paid for that.
They did well, and they also got to see Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who would hold up a 2x4 and go, "Hey-o!" That was amazing, and like you could never like bring him down. He would always come back, do the hey-o, 2x4. So that was like, I don't know. That was a quick wrestling story that in no way involved Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant did wrestle though, as we all know.
A quick 10-minute sidebar.